we got some animals here on the farm that we've been keeping it a big secret. But no longer. We're about to show you. What's up, Cog Squad? Hope you're having a wonderful day. It is a cloudy day. Well, clouds are coming in and out. You can see them all over there. But a cloudy day, slight chance of rain today. Not too bad. We're fixing to come knock the chores out this morning and then go show y'all an animal. It's a pair. It's actually more than that. It's several. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a minute. It's been a secret. We've been keeping it away from y'all for a little bit until things got settled in here. And as you know, things have been really crazy with the house and the land, and you know, putting in water lines, and we got an awesome new addition to the farm. So yeah, it's it's been wildly crazy here. But let's go feed everybody, talk to the babies, and then we're gonna go over there and show y'all what has been living in that extra coop over there in the chicken area. Ain't that right, Moo Man? Let's get Moo Man fixed up with some feed this morning. And the goats, and the alarm system. Oh, where's Nugget? Oh, there's Nugget way down yonder. What Nugget's doing way down there? Nug Man! Nuggo! Thought it may come running to us. Moo Man is. Old Big Moo Daddy's gonna come over here and see us this morning. What's up, Big Daddy? What's up, buddy? Yeah. What is going on? So we've been contacted by so many cattle people. Actually talked to a gentleman on the phone last night and had Holsteins and Jerseys. And he said he is, and so many other Holstein breeders, that Moody was pretty much a full-blooded, full-fledged Holstein steer. That's right. He is a big boy and will continue to grow. Ain't that right, brother? Nugget, what you doing? What Nugget's up to this morning? What you up to, brother? I'm going to get in there and start clearing out some cow patties, ain't I? Or do they call them cow patties if you're just a steer? Or do they call them steer patties? You know? I don't know either, huh? Yeah. Oh my gracious, at the volume of comments and emails and messages, and of course, when we get this many, we just can't see them all and respond to them all, but we have gotten a lot from you guys. I'm just overwhelmed at all the ranchers and cattle folks that have reached out to us and was giving us a lot of advice about Moody and things we needed to do. We did worm him yesterday. We didn't film it, but we did worm him. We actually, you can still see it on his back up there. Look at there. We did worm Mr. Moody. That was something we had told that we needed to do ASAP. Look at them little curls by his horns right there. Look at that. What's up, Nuggy? What's up, buddy? You doing okay this morning? Yeah. You been talking to Moo Man lately? He's gonna give you some sugar. You done got used to that, ain't you? You know to back away from that tongue, huh? There were several things that we got from you guys that have been helpful. There's also some things that I want to discuss that may have got misinterpreted, and we're gonna feed everybody and get into that. But we did worming. We have contacted several vets. We think we got someone that's gonna come out here and give us a wellness check on him and check him out and see what all needs to be done, or get us on a schedule and that kind of thing. We got a farrier coming soon to come trim his hooves, because we were told by a lot of you guys that his hooves were too long and needed to be trimmed. So we got that set up already. There was a couple of things. I think one thing was the hay cradle. You guys had told us to go check out Hidden Heights and how they put cattle panel fencing, or cattle panels in it basically, and that helped keep the hay from falling down on the ground as much for the goats. And so we may do that. I just that I can't weld. I thought about maybe using hose clamps for it instead of welding, so I'll look into that. Another thing was the mineral block. We're going to get this out of here, ain't we, buddy? The mineral block. Now, this is a salt block with trace minerals in it. So it is a salt block. It's 90% salt. There was a lot of y'all that were thinking this was just a mineral block and that he still needed a salt block, but this does kind of both. So it is a salt block and mineral block. That was recommended to us because of the goats. They said the goats would get a lot more out of that than it being just a pure salt block. So that's what we did. Another thing that we've gotten a ton of feedback on and being suggested is that we put a wire at the top, and that will save our fence in the long run, because Moody's going to continue to lean on this fence, and he's so tall and push down on it that he's probably going to eventually just at some point tear it up. So we'll get that situation handled and put us a wire at the top here. And the other thing is that we had discussed possibly putting Moody out there on the back side over yonder with there's a big pasture area back there that we need to put a fence going this way with. And that, was he going to stay out there by himself? And no, he's not going to stay out there by himself. Moody is a cow or steer. He's a herding animal, and so he has to have a companion of some sort. So we would definitely have something for him to go out there with him. It could be the goats, we could get a donkey, we could get another cow. We have very several options that we could do there in the future. It's not something that we're looking at to do immediately at all. All right, Moo Man, let's go get your feed. And that was another thing that came up, was his feed. And one of the things is why were we wanting to put some weight on him? Well, we had several cattle people tell us that he needed to put a little bit of weight on him, and so that's why we reached out, or went to the actually asked several of them around here who do they recommend and what do they recommend for feeding purposes and what type of feed should we get. So we got a lot of feedback there. Went to the local feed store that was suggested to us and talked to them, and they gave us, or we bought in bulk, a feed that is specific for cows. Told him what Moody was, told him what we were doing with him, that he was going to be a pet, and that he just needed to put on a little bit of weight. And this is what they told us to get. It is a cattle blend that we bought in bulk. I don't think there was any type of name brand to this. I don't think this is something that you can go out and buy at Tractor Supply. I'm sure they have a cattle blend over there, but this was what we bought. So it's not in bags or anything, and it was a good bit cheaper for us that way. So I wanted to address the thing is that when we were talking about putting weight on Moody, we had a couple of cow people that we know. They said they thought he needed to put on some weight, and that we needed to get a feed that was strictly for cows. Let's don't go with an all stock feed or something like that. And so that was our attention, and that's what we did. And there was a lot of people that were wondering, well, since we wanted to put weight on Moody, was it because we were thinking about, was he going to be going to the processor? And no, that's not the case at all. We just wanted to get him a good, balanced or get him on a good balanced diet that was more specific for cows or cattle. You know, when Brooke talked to the people that own Moody, Moody came from an awesome family, and the only reason that they wanted to rehome Moody was because they had a fencing issue, and it looks like he was going to the neighbor's lot to go chill out with her goats. We didn't want to imply anything else, and we're sorry if we did on that aspect. We didn't want to imply that we were fattening him up to take him to the processor. So we apologize for any of those that thought otherwise. Moody was not a rescue. He was not abused. He come from a loving home. And no, we're not going to fatten him up and eat him. But we are fixing to feed him. Nugget, what's up, buddy? What's up, Nugget? What's up, alarm system? What's going on, brother? All right, guys. How about it, Arlo? Yeah, I'm still working on the pipe, still working on the water lines. I had several people ask me, why are we running 2-inch line? And this is what we were told by plumbers. When it's all said and done, we're gonna have nearly 1,000 foot of pipe in the ground. And it's for volume. Since we're gonna be watering animals, since this is gonna feed the house, we want volume. Which means we don't want to cut a faucet on over here and it affect the flow of another faucet over there. But here's the thing that I learned. The bigger the pipe's not always better. That gives you volume, but that doesn't give you any pressure. To get pressure, you gotta reduce it down to a smaller size. So it's 2-inch through here, but when I tee off and go to the spigots or faucets for the animals, it'll drop down to 3/4 inch. And when it gets to the house, it'll drop down to 3/4 inch. That'll give me the pressure because it compresses that water size down and gives us the pressure. But I'll have the volume of water wherever we want it. And that's the reason why that we went with 2-inch pipe. Y'all look at Bear. Up all night, sleep all day. Oh, me. Animal cracker. Animal cracker. There you go, Bo. There you go. Here you go, Bootsy. All right. I'm gonna get you, Peachy. You just hold your horses. All right, girl. Here you go, Pete. What's up, P.I.T.? Tommy? Good morning, gang. Good morning, gang. Arlo's on farm patrol heavy this morning. Ain't you, buddy? Oh, Arlo. There's Cleo. Look at Cleo getting her feathers back. Starting to get her feathers back. She's been molting, which means she sheds her feathers and regrows them. And another thing about molting is the general rule for molting is it does slow your chickens laying down, because I guess all their energy is going into the molting process and not the egg laying process. Oh, don't let Peaches fool you, because Peaches has been fed. Peaches? Oh, she's gonna get her some water.
There's a duck in the water next to her.
Oh gosh, I'm turning ducks, I swear. All right, opinion, guys. Opinions. So, as you know, we really didn't want to screw the tags in the metal coops, because we didn't want holes in it. We want possibility of leaks, and the screws would stick out. It's just don't want to screw them in there. And so we started getting opinions and suggestions from you guys, and one of them was is to hang them on the fence. And so we started doing that as a test run to see what we thought. And you and MaryCarl came out here yesterday while I was fooling with this pipe and started to hang them on the fence just randomly, no order, because we're just non-orderly people anyway.
We're disorderlies.
Yeah, we're disorderlies. And this is what it looks like. Now, of course, this is just a little test run, just a little section here. But what do you guys think about this? Do you like this? Do you don't like it? We want to display all the awesome tags you guys have been sending us. And we thought this would be a cool way to do it. But we're kind of...
It's a drop in the bucket of the amount that we have.
Yeah, this is just a drop in the bucket. We got way more tags than this.
Randomly picked up a stack, and we're not using zip ties. We're using coated wire. And
the
turkeys like it.
PITs are talking to you this morning.
But I'm kind of thinking it needs more to fill in the holes. I just can't tell.
I can't tell either. I do like it, but then I think maybe I don't know. It's not that I don't like it. I just
look.
Everybody's coming.
Even Tucker's
I hear
coming.
Tucker. So you guys let us know on your opinion on the tags, yes or no. I can't put like a poll in here, but we'll just start reading the comments and see what we come up with.
Some people said to use some adhesive and put it on the trailer. If we do that, then eventually they're going to come off.
They're eventually going to come off. If we did Gorilla Glue, which was another suggestion, is they won't come off.
They won't
they
come
probably
off.
won't ever come off.
And then when if we had to get them off for whatever reason, it would pull all the backing off. I don't know. We'll figure
it out.
This was just a test.
You know, one thing I guess we could do is we could strip it and just put.
I thought about that. Putting a 1x4 across it.
Well, we already got the 1x4 under the window there.
Yeah.
We could strip it and come down and put one at the bottom.
That's going to be a bus, so we don't want to do it on that one.
I guess so. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Hey, Tut-Tut.
We will figure it out.
Tucker said good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. We're going to show everybody what's in this secret coop over here. And Tucker loves chilling out over there by the top secret.
She does. I asked MaryCarl when we were inside, I said, has your daddy ever said what's in this coop that we've never talked about? And she said that you had mentioned it one time.
Like you were walking by there and you said, I have my pigeons in that coop, I think, one time.
Did I say that?
I think so. You're going to the Serrano coop.
Okay.
But these are, the top secret that's in there has never been mentioned.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all may have seen them and heard them, but there are pigeons in this coop.
There are
They
pigeons.
sit at the door a lot.
But
they go,
there's also a secret.
there is a pair of pigeons in that coop. Are they rare? Are they considered rare?
I think they're hard to raise.
they're a rare pet.
They would be a very rare pet. I don't know if anybody
Matter of
even
fact,
has these.
if anybody that's watching has these or knows of anybody that
Please
has these,
reach out to us via email. Don't comment because it'll probably get
lost in the shuffle.
Lost in the shuffle because we'll get close to 2,000 comments in a video. So just send us an email.
And I'm going to fill up waters if that's okay.
That'll work.
But I want you to be sure you give a special shout out.
That's right.
Okay.
To, you remember?
Uh-huh.
And they came from San Antonio, Texas.
They did.
You can go over all that.
We'll go over all that. I'm going to go get another battery for this camera because I'm in video this morning and I'm scared my battery's going to go dead when we get over there and start recording. And I'm going to get my big camera so I can zoom in.
Okay. Good idea. And I'm going to cut the water on.
All right, sounds good. So you've been living on Tucker while Mom cuts the water on?
Yep.
All right, let's go show everybody the Pigeon Palace. We have you decided to paint it purple, so it's gonna be the purple Pigeon Palace.
Yeah.
Triple P. What's up, Miss Mosaic? That thing right there, that is not a pretty chicken.
No, it's not.
Just gonna go and tell you.
Let me get him off the door right
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys, I do not come in here. I don't want to take a chance. You can see them over there. These are specialty pigeons. We'll get MaryCarl to tell you all about them here in a minute. There's one on the door. Okay, they're all off.
I'm gonna go in and let them go to the back.
Okay. We're going to make a flight pen for these guys coming out of this coop or pigeon coop or pigeon palace or whatever you want to call it. All right.
Squeeze in.
So we'll squeeze in and show you guys what is in here. These are the top secret pigeons we have been, and these are pigeons.
They're pigeons.
They are 100% pigeons. They don't look like these pigeons. These guys are huge. These are
Victorian crown pigeons.
Victorian crown pigeons. And I'm going to keep my camera on zoom so you guys can see them. They're very flighty birds. And they're big. I don't know if you can see them compared to a regular pigeon.
But they're about
I say a regular pigeon.
of a small turkey.
Yes. About the size of a small turkey.
Like maybe the size of Rhonda because she's a little bit small.
They
That's
are.
the male and the person. I think that's the female.
So this is the male up here. You can tell because of their bands, right?
Their bands, and that one's a lot bigger.
Oh, the other one on the ground's a lot bigger.
I think it's female.
I got you. They are extremely beautiful. Their eyes are as red can be. They are just very exotic birds. This is just, I get kind of blown away by what they look like.
She gets on the ground and just look around. And
The female gets on the ground a lot?
the female gets on the ground a lot. He doesn't.
Uh-huh.
And the powders and fantails are kind of scared of them.
Yeah, well, they're big. You can see
Yeah.
that pigeon compared to that one. They're a big difference in size.
I mean, they won't hurt them, but
Right. No, they're not aggressive, right?
they're not aggressive. They never have been.
Okay, so this one right here that I'm looking at, this is a fantail.
That's Jack. No, that's Fanny.
That's Fanny. And you can see why they're called a fantail.
She's a shaker fantail.
A shaker
because
fantail.
their necks usually shake.
Okay. Shaker fantail, and you get obvious reasons why it's a shaker. And that's the female, right?
Yes, that's female.
And
That's the male.
that's the male down here.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Now, this one right here, you can see him all blown up. Listen. That is a pouter.
Yeah, it's spelled P-O-U-T-E-R.
Like you're pouting. And they blow up. You can see this one behind him. How they blow their chest up. I guess you call it a throat.
I think it is their throat.
Is that determine their sex? Is that a male or female?
That's a male.
The males do that.
The females don't get as good.
Don't do it as good.
That little white one with the tan wings, that's a female.
Okay, that's the
And then
female.
that's a male with blown up a little bit.
Okay.
But they blow up as when they want to.
Gotcha. So
They're really weird.
they are weird. I want to step out. I gotta be really cautious because these guys can fly, and they can fly. I'm talking about for real fly. When we make our flight pen, I'm gonna double door it,
Yeah.
where you got to go in 2 doors to get in because we don't want anything to happen to these guys. Because if something were to happen, we wouldn't ever get them again because
Yeah.
they're not something that you can just look up on Craigslist and find. And we'll get into the story about how we acquired these beautiful, beautiful pigeons.
They're not just feathers. They're actually bird part. Like, they're a lot of muscle.
Yeah,
behind this
well,
feathers.
we've had to handle them. And yeah, they're not just fluffy feathers. They are pure muscle. They're very, very strong.
And I'm gonna fill up their feet.
Okay, well, I'm going to step out.
Okay, well,
Let me step out while you do that. All right, they're making all kind of crazy noises. Here you go. You're fixing to feed them.
They get a whole fruit and nut mix
mixed with pigeon pellets, Purina Pigeon Gold Blend pigeon pellets. I'll fill up their feet, and then later they'll come down and they'll start eating it. Look, little ones are coming. That's them humming. Those are a pair, the white ones. The one with the gray wings in the front is the male. They're Spaney. These are their little nests. They hadn't laid any eggs yet. And then their little perches.
All right, they just hummed and I missed it on camera.
I think I videoed it.
And-
They go.
Yeah, and it's deep. It goes, mmm.
Uh-huh.
It's really deep. Who does the humming? Both of them?
I don't know.
Don't know yet? Don't know yet. Now, this is how we acquired these beautiful, beautiful birds. Is that we had a super fan reach out to us who was a lovely lady
Yeah.
whose husband passed away,
Mhm.
and she could no longer tend to them.
She had a big aviary,
Uh-huh.
like pheasants and other exotic birds, but she could no longer.
Tend to them.
I think she rehomed all of the other birds,
Uh-huh.
and she just had the pigeons left.
Uh-huh.
Um,
So she loves our channel and absolutely adores you.
uh-huh.
And she was bound and determined that if it was okay with us, the only person that she wanted to get these two wonderful birds was you.
Yeah.
So they contacted us, and Mom had been talking to them, and that's how we acquired these beautiful, beautiful birds. Now,
They're somewhat common in zoos, like big
very
zoos.
common in zoos.
And like when one hatches in a zoo, it's a big deal.
Yeah. Listen to them back here. They make coolest noises. Very, very cool noises.
The powder males do more of the cooing.
Yeah. Now, these birds, like I said, we're gonna get a flight pen for them. I'm gonna come off here and build like an aviary for them off this, and they'll have plenty of room. They really like to be on the ground.
They do.
In their natural habitat, they kind of stay on the ground.
When we're not in here or
Uh-huh.
by the door, they're usually on the ground. Like when I go
Right.
in here, they usually come up off the ground. Well, floor.
Gotcha. Now, these birds are native to where? The
New Guinea.
Victoria Crown pigeons, New Guinea.
Yep.
Okay. Is there any other type of pigeon you would like to have other than these three we got?
I really don't know that many of the names of them.
Okay.
But I love the ones with the feathers on their feet that look like wings.
Yep. Do you want to tell everybody the people's names who?
Yes, that was Miss Chris and Dwayne.
And Dwayne. They were the lovely people and family that gave you the two Victoria Crown pigeons.
Yes.
And they had a moving service that dealt with live animals, and we're going to get them over here that way, but they ended up bringing them themselves.
Yes.
And they were from Texas.
San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio, Texas.
I really never imagined that I'd get them because they're just not really something that, not that I would love to have them.
Right.
But I didn't think I'd ever get them because they're so exotic and just beautiful.
They are that. They are very, very beautiful.
I would love to have like a little aviary area with trees and stuff in it so they could perch in.
That's our plan. That's our future plans here, is to build an aviary off this, I call it a flight pen, but off this coop, and it'll be set up for all the pigeons that are living in here, and this will be their shelter to go up in when they need be.
fantails and powders. People probably wondering where we got them. We got them from the chicken show.
Got them from the chicken show. Matter of fact, I think you have posted pictures of them on your Instagram account. Yeah.
It's so funny to watch the fantails. They go.
That's why they're called shakers, right?
Yes. It's a different kind of fantail, but it's still a fantail. I don't think they strut as far back as the usual one. Like, their necks don't go as far back. Sometimes they preen each other. They'll the male will put his neck over her and clean her.
Oh, that's awesome.
And the little pigeons, they feed each other. Pigeons have this thing called crop milk, which is, they're one of the only birds that produces milk, but it's not like mammals milk.
Right.
It's like crop milk from their stomach, pretty much. And the males will feed the females.
Oh, man.
It's kind of funny.
Ain't that something?
I saw that one of the first days that we got them.
And they put it in their mouth. And maybe I ought to do that with Mama. Maybe I ought to, next time we eat supper. You don't think so?
No.
Well, Cool Beans, I know you're super proud of your Victoria Crown pigeons and your fantails and your powders. And we just wanted to show you guys these beautiful birds. So you just called me over here.
I did. I'm still working on the water.
Yeah.
But I put Nugget in timeout. I sent him down to the back corner.
You told him to go over there and see Joe.
And I told him to, because as I'm filling up the waters, he reaches behind me and grabs my necklace.
Oh,
it's not a very,
man.
nice necklace, but he broke it, flap in half, and the little charm that I had on it fell in the swimming pool.
Thank goodness.
So I was able to get it, but my chain's a goner.
So not only is it a no ponytail zone,
it's a no necklace zone.
A no necklace zone.
And if my ring was not silicone, it would be a no ring zone.
Yes.
He's still in timeout.
Timeout.
I guess he thinks you're gonna let him out.
Yeah, he sees me over here. He gonna come check me out.
He said, I'm not in trouble anymore. Nugget, did you tell Joe what you did?
I can tell he's been in the pool. Look at his feet.
Yes, he looks like he's got some high waters on, don't he? Some short pants. Did you tell Joe what you did? Coming over here with his head hung down. Look at him.
Oh no.
Yep. Did you tell Joe what you did? Huh? You're still a good boy.
What's up, buddy?
Even though I knew better than to wear a necklace in here.
What's up, buddy?
It's just that I was leaned down like that. And he could see it.
Yeah.
And so he reached and grabbed it, and he didn't pull. He just bit it slap in half.
Oh, Nugget.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Nugget can't be replaced, but my necklace can.
That's the truth.
So I'm just glad you didn't swallow it. Yep, just glad you didn't swallow it. Did you hear about MaryCarl's pigeons? Huh?
It says I hear them pigeons cooing all the time.
Do you?
Like that little twisty do right there.
Yeah. That's like our Nugget hair don't care, right, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you talked to Moody this morning?
Yeah, he talked to Moody while I was over there this morning.
Talked to Moody and Joe, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're your buddies. He said, I got lots of friends. Everybody loves Nugget. Yeah, everybody loves Nugget. Alrighty. No necklace zone.
No necklace zone. Give me a high five. All right.